Hello, hello. Welcome.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. How are you?
That's something I always say when I pick up the call with Discord.
Uh, how are you, Neko?
Uh,
How is everyone doing?
well, I am doing decently. I did a dumb thing yesterday. um, I was putting something away in the cupboards here, and I used like a step ladder, and well, I didn't stand on the step ladder too
Oh,
well.
any damage?
So I my back a little bit.
Oh, God.
I did
Uh,
a whoopsie.
you need a whoopsie.
Yeah.
Man, tonight we are doing Deadmark, the story with this DLC is that it appeared after
Out of yeah.
after they released Deadmark 2.
A while. They released it this year.
Yeah, so it's a very new stuff. It is exclusive to Nintendo Switch, and
Mhm.
this will be probably around 2 streams. Is Neko
Something like that.
approximation? So it's pretty consistent.
Hmm.
When we played that mark on stream, I played the Steam version,
Hmm.
and the fact that now this game is exclusive to Switch put me in a situation in which I need to unbox my limited edition of that mark, and I already discussed this with Neko. That will be nice to do this on stream. So first
Yeah.
we'll do this unboxing, then I will let Neko tell you something about this game, more things about it. And
While he
meanwhile,
is
yeah,
installing the DLC.
I will buy and install the DLC. Okay, so let's unbox this. When I need to unbox a game, I don't have a problem to unbox it, even if it's very collectible. Uh,
Yeah.
okay, I think it's a premiere for you also. You don't have the limited edition.
I don't have the physical edition.
Oh,
Even.
you don't have in a physical edition.
No. I
Okay.
remember that it has like a tattoo also of the actual death mark.
Oh,
Um,
okay. The box is really
yeah.
nice.
So at the back there, that's the Chewing Bride. That's the 5th chapter. And in the front there, you had Red Riding Hood, which was no. This was the 4th chapter. The 5th chapter was Mizu. The 6th chapter, Red Riding Hood, that's one of her main covers. Red Riding Hood was actually that young lady which was assaulted in a hotel by businessmen, and the Chewing Bride was somebody who, well, how do I say it, abused and kidnapped, and her husband never found her. And her husband was a musician, and you could call the Chewing Bride at a telephone booth for finding things, since she was looking for the last song made by her husband.
We have the soundtrack.
Yeah, the soundtrack. While there are not a lot of songs in the game, the soundtrack is nice.
Okay, we have something. Uh,
Hello, act now. Hello, hello.
Hello, welcome. This is the tattoo, I guess, no?
Yeah, it's a temporary tattoo, obviously, and it's the death mark. To recap a bit of the story, is that mark is about you need to exercise spirit, and they basically bite you. And if you don't solve the death mark or their grudge, you die when morning comes. Eventually, first your memories go fading and everything, and you stay actually at the position where you got the death mark from the angry spirit.
Okay, and this is the art book. We don't have spoilers for us because we already did the game on stream. So I think it's okay to browse a bit to
Yeah,
it. So everyone be aware that we are playing the new DLC. So we already did the game. So we spoiled it already on the channel. So it's okay
yeah.
to browse a bit. But if you don't want to, don't watch. Okay.
That's the main character. That's what's her name again? The doll. Yeah, it escapes me. Myself and names. It's
I recognize them all, but I don't remember the name also. I remember from the game.
yeah.
Maybe
Shoot.
you will be impressed by this version and try to get it because you are such a big fan.
I tried to get it, but the versions available now are that expensive that I'm like, nope, 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 nope.
Okay. And another premiere is that we're gonna stream from Switch too.
Mhm.
Even if this
That
is a
yeah.
Switch 1 game.
This is the first spirit. This is the second one. The third one here. That's the Chewing Bride. That's the one on the back of the cover.
Okay.
And that's Mizu. And then the Cannon Soldier.
Okay.
Riding Hood, one of my favorite chapters. Ah,
Mary.
Mary. Mary was the name.
Yeah. Yeah. I like this art book, and also I like it that it's a hard cover.
Yeah, it looks amazingly. And now you can look more at the detail and the love of the art than this game actually has. If you look at it, it has some very creepy shit.
Ooh, maybe this is not safe on YouTube.
Don't worry, the stream is still up.
Ooh.
Yeah, the spirits.
This is all that was in the main game, which
Mm.
interestingly enough already had a bonus DLC on this on the Switch release and also on the
And
Steam release,
yeah,
but versus
this
the initial PlayStation Vita release, no?
yeah, the original Vita release didn't had Red Riding Hood. That was a DLC.
I also have the game on PlayStation Vita. That one is still sealed and will remain like this in collection. No need to open it.
Exactly. I'm gonna quickly check that mark limited edition on Switch. If I want to buy the game alone, I can buy it for $50. But the limited edition Oh my god. Ah, shit. It just went out of stock. I would have been able to buy it for 40 on
Oh,
the Access Europe store.
nice. I paid a lot for it, as far as I remember, if I remember correctly. Um, I think more than $100, even then.
Yeah.
But now,
The limited edition, if I look on price charting websites, it's 90.
okay, so it goes down.
Yeah, but
But used, no?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This was new, so makes sense. Okay, and the only other thing that we have is, of course, the
The game
game.
itself.
And we'll open this one also.
So the game is made by a small Japanese studio called Experience, and if you want to know what they actually created outside Denmark is well, not quite a lot. So Demon Gaze was one of their games on PS Vita. I think I have Demon Gaze
I have it also on Vita.
digital.
I have it physical. Oh, Vita.
And then Operation Abyss. That's
Also
also
on
one of
Vita.
them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have it.
Stranger of Sword City is also of them. That's on Xbox and Vita and PC and Switch. But yeah, the game.
Yeah, I will go and insert the game. I will let you talk more about the game, and I will also buy the DLC and install everything.
Yeah. So, this game also has 2 sequels. If and when we are going to do the deals, the sequels like NG and Denmark 2 is still a bit up in the air because we want to do a lot of other games too. And if I would start talking about the whole long list of games we want to do, we would be here for a stream of 1 million. Now, this game is one that caught me off guard. Sometimes when I browse the Steam store and look at games and descriptions, I'm like, this sounds interesting. Let's give it a try. And I'm always very hesitant to try visual novel adventure games, since a lot of visual novel adventure games nowadays, and especially now on Steam and the Switch, are of the dating variety, or love stories, and you don't really have visual novels with a lot of interaction, like here in Denmark, or the Zero Escape games, or other games like that, or Corpse Party, for example, where you have a lot of reading, yes, but you also have a lot of gameplay. And one time I actually wrote an article about interactable visual novels and kinetic visual novels. And kinetic visual novels are novels where, maybe apart from taking 1 or 2 decisions, you barely do jack shit outside of reading, and it's basically a fancy ebook, which is not throwing shade at those games, but it's not the type of adventure I'm looking for. So when I was playing through Denmark blindly, I was pleasantly surprised, and I was quite happy that it also got a sequel. And I remember I played through that sequel with a friend of mine, and the sequel, oh god, it hit a lot of emotional strings like the original. Since I don't know how they did it, but they made very, very sensitive topics in a very nice package without really going offensive. Like in the sixth chapter, there is actually pedophilia. Since Red Riding Hood was 17 when she was abused, and in the second chapter, there is a ritualistic suicide, and I'm like, holy hell! They made this tasteful, between heavy quotation marks, but they made this not that heavy, but they made a very enjoyable story, but also made you think like, holy shit, these issues are real. And it made it a bit more approachable and linger more inside of me than other games sometimes do. Other horror games where you have like cheap jump scares and such. Like, good horror games linger. Like, for example, I don't want to spoil a lot of things, but some Silent Hill games, like the second game, the whole story actually behind it, and if you know the ending and you look back at the whole game, you're like, whoa, since they actually gave little hints at the ending.
Okay, so I bought the DLC. I saw that you can, I mean, you see it separately on Switch. So this is the, which is strange.
That's interesting. It didn't do that on my my Switch One.
I hope I will not have a problem with that. Could be a big problem with the location. Man, it could be a problem that it's not recognized. The okay.
They are not gonna. Oh fucking hell!
They are not recognizing. I'm not on the same fucking shit, and I already bought. So if I have it, I don't have the European version, basically. And I opened the game.
Damn it!
Yeah, that's so stupid.
Yeah. Now you need to buy the your
Yeah, I need to buy the game, I guess.
Okay, this is funny.
And that's so stupid. Or I could open another store which matches the version, create a new account.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay, I will buy the game again.
This
This is
unlucky shit.
yeah, it's pretty stupid, but I mean, it's totally stupid. At least if I could kept my limited edition unopened. Oh my god. Funny stuff. See,
Yeah.
you buy from different regions and you say that you don't have problems, but and the problem with the DLCs is on all platforms you have this, unfortunately. Okay, let me.
Thankfully, it's on sale.
Yeah, this is the reason that I was thinking that okay. Well,
But then
I
again, I think full price, personally, it's worth it by the amount of art and everything that's in it.
yeah, man, but
Would
I already have it 4 times.
Yeah, but I'm talking for the people who haven't bought it. So, talking about that Mark II, in the meantime, is that game was actually originally not supposed to. Well, they didn't have enough money to develop the game, so there was a crowdfunding for that Mark II only for the Japanese. It was on a platform where you could only donate with a Japanese account.
We must say that we have another 2 games in this series, and we know this is really niche. We know from the views on our channel also for this game, but it's a game that we want to have it in our library of streamed games. And usually these kind of games are really niche games.
True. And I'm very happy that I can bring also the little games some spotlight, and not meaning that this is a little game. It's if you look at our backlog, we did quite a bit of streams on it. But in terms of recognizability, this is a very niche game. Like, if I Google Experience Inc., the third link is Experience Inc. is very underrated on Reddit, on the JRPG subreddit. So they themselves aren't very big. And I agree, they are quite underrated in terms of what they put out. Their first game was in 2008, by the way.
We will probably do also the other 2 games in this series sometime. Is NG, I don't know,
NG, yeah.
NG, and the
NG.
third one is Deadmark 2.
Deadmark, yeah.
So it was Deadmark, NG, Deadmark 2. Now this DLC, I don't know where it's supposed to be. It's after this story, or I hope it's not put after Deadmark 2.
No.
Okay.
It doesn't have Deadmark 2 spoilers.
Okay, that's good then. I'm still how to say, I'm surprised that this game is exclusive to Switch.
I'm surprised that they did a DLC for the first game.
Yeah.
Since, to be very honest, and I also wrote it in my review of that Mark II, is that Mark II additional chapter is laughable. It's over in 5 to 10 minutes. And now they have this DLC for the first game? Why? But anyhow.
Yeah, let's...
More that part.
Yeah, let's go into the game finally.
And now, select the right region. Axis. Thank you, Axis, by the way, for retweeting my article when I did an article about the DLC.
Okay. We go to after story,
After
of
story, yeah.
course. And I will ask you to check the streams because we didn't do any tests before because we didn't have the game. And yeah, I will start the game. Okay, so chapter 7 is after the
Our volumes are
events.
okay.
And the game?
Yeah, the game is too.
Okay. So after the events in Denmark's main story as well as chapter 6.
That's chapter 6. And chapter 6 took place after chapter 5, a month or two. So this is important. If you haven't played the main story, in the main story, there are good and bad endings each chapter, and it's an issue I find with the whole game is if you have a mark bearer who didn't survive in the first chapter, you are automatically set for the bad ending at chapter 5. So if you then you would need to replay the whole game from that point onwards. Thankfully, all mark bearers have survived here, so you don't need a finished save for the additional chapter.
Okay.
Kaerazu の遊園地。一度入ると二度と出られない。そんな噂がある。廃墟の遊園地。新米オカルト記者として放っとけない。だから私は向かったんだ。それがまさかこんなことになるなんて。クソがなんだよ。
So, do you want to read or how do you want to...
Hold on. I was triple checking the sound. But all his shouting isn't making the situation any better. What are we doing, Moe? At this rate, we will... This is Kazaru's amusement park. We can no longer leave. We never should have come here. We should have turned back when we had the chance. Whew, finally here. We are totally late though. Man, I even planned on getting here early. But you didn't follow through and we were late, Mo. The person pouting and glaring at me is Tsukasa Yoshida. He is an elementary school student in his 5th year, and he and I investigated a spirit in the previous incident, which is referring to the first chapter of the game. Mo, you are a part-time writer with a real job working for an occult magazine now. If you're this bad at being on time, you're gonna get fired. How can you say something like that? That's even worse than being a medieval genocentric model. There he goes, blurting out science things that nobody would ever understand. He doesn't behave like a kid at all. But you know, Tusaka, because I was late, I was able to find this. I reach into my bag and I pull out a pamphlet about H Amusement Park. I got it when I came here with my family a long time ago. I dug into our closet for it and I finally found it. We definitely need more information. Mister can probably help. I'm hoping he can give us some advice about Kazeru's amusement park. Give me one moment. Okay. But Mo, the light in Koja's mansion aren't on. Now that he mentions it, I notice he's right. He's probably out. But there is no harm in checking just to be sure. I head up to the door. And I press the doorbell. There is no response. Yeah, he's definitely not home. Without thinking, I put my hand on the double doors. They open. Excuse me! When I enter the mansion, I see a familiar entrance hall. But it's my first time seeing it without the lights on. Mo, what do you think you're doing? This is breaking and entering, you know? Tusaka complains the whole time, but he follows behind. Seems you were interested in getting a look at Koja's mansion without anyone in sight, right? My eyes start to get used to the darkness. Guess there really isn't anyone in here. The only sound is the ticking of the clock, but soon it feels like I can hear a heartbeat too. I'm starting to get anxious. I will try something. I close my eyes and I concentrate. Now, my sixth sense. If there is someone in this mansion, show them to me here and now. I wait, but I see nothing. In fact, all that bubbles to the surface of my mind is the kitsune udon I ate for lunch. Great, now I'm hungry. Figures it wouldn't work. I didn't have any supernatural powers after all. Mo? Just remembered something. I wonder what's wrong. Tsusaki's voice sounds like it's trembling. Mr. came to this mansion when he lost his memories. When he got here, the door was open. Inside was completely dark, and there was nobody around. All that he could hear was the clock ticking. I swallow hard. Is he saying what's happening now is just like what's happening back then? Mister went to the second floor, and there he found his little sister's corpse. I shudder from the chill that runs deep down my spine. The image of him collapsed in the dark suddenly surfaces in my mind. Then the clock chime goes off. What a terrible timing! I thought my heart was going to pop out of my chest. Let's go. Mister doesn't seem to be here, right? Huh? Just then, I thought I heard a door on the second floor open. What was that? Looks like Tsusaka also heard it. So it just wasn't my imagination. Mo? Is there maybe somebody on the second floor? There is phenomenon where stuff like furniture and tableware starts moving on their own, right? And that's right. Poltergeist and spirit phenomena are covered by paranormal and parapsychological theories. Could there be an explanation for why it's happening here? There may be. Hearing him talk about the supernatural, it's obvious that we are both thinking about the same thing. The blonde doll that was here in this mansion. I'm a bit curious. I opened that door. It may be somebody frightening. It could be someone dangerous. But my curiosity was too powerful. With that in mind, Tsusaka, I'm going to check. You just wait right here. Mo? Tsusaka tries to stop me, but I leave him behind and go up the stairs. have always been like this as long as I can remember. Like the way I get so scared when I watch a horror movie that I can't sleep. I'm still going to watch because my curiosity always gets the best of me. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a paranormal investigator. It was the same when the mock incidents appeared. I learned about the rumors on occult forums and snuck into the abandoned school to investigate. That led to me having a terrifying experience. Even so, I still didn't learn my lesson. I'm really stupid, huh? Once I reached the second floor, I head towards the noise I heard. The door to the room is open. This is definitely where the noises came from. Alright, time to enter. Famous last words. It's dark and hard to make out what's in front of me, but this is Mister's room. First things first, gotta turn on the lights. Huh? It won't turn on? Why? Is this room haunted? I'm getting a bad feeling. Mister always had a flashlight in his bag, so I should have followed his example. But I'm already here. Time to look around, even if it's terrifying.
Okay. We have something in our bag.
Not really. I'm gonna let my cat inside. When I run my finger along the surface, some dust comes off. Looks like it hasn't been used much. On top of the desk, there are chisels lined up on small racks. Oh, right, I remember now. Mister makes dolls sometimes. Inside the room, the moon's soft glow dimly illuminates the large window. Koji's mansion is a bit away from the city, so once night falls, the area is pitch black. Mister stays in this huge mansion all by himself at night. I wonder if he gets scared. There are photos spread in the frame. It's so dark, I can't see clearly right now, but there is a picture of Mary. Mary, the talking doll. I wanted to do an interview with her. Her existence itself would be a scoop. But she's no longer here. So I will have to find another scoop. That's for saving.
Okay. Can I exit this room?
I think the bed here.
うーん
There's a very large bed. Big enough for 3 of me. Huh? Sheets are all a mess. And they are faintly warm. Is Mister sleeping here? But then, where did he go? Those footsteps right now.
やだ
Oh no, who's there? Mister!
You are missing a tooth. I know you.
Now, look here. What's the big idea, Banshee? Just having a little fun, that's all. This is Banshee Ito, a homeless man. I haven't spoken to him much, but what from Damon and Hero told me, he seems to be a super weird guy. He is. I was on my way back from the bathroom, and what did I see before my eyes but a trembling high school girl? It would be rude of me not to spook her, eh? Can you stop that, please? I grabbed the flashlight from Banshee. I think now I understand what Damon meant when he muttered, "That man is trouble." Now then, how do I respond? Yeah, that's a smart choice to make. Saying anything to this guy is pointless. Let's just move things along. So, what are you doing here, Banshee? Hold on. Blue screen is nagging about the thing in the title of the game on Twitch.
Okay. Let me fix this.
Yeah, and then let me quickly give my cat something to eat, since otherwise he's gonna meow here. Right. I think, yeah, that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
there
should
we
be
go.
good now.
Yeah. And I'll quickly show the Discord, so I'm visible again. Yay!
Welcome, blue screen. By the way.
I'm house setting, obviously. Yashiki isn't here after all. Mister is away from home then. But this is a really good idea. Right, to give the house to him? Why was the entrance door unlocked? Did you pick the lock? Don't try to make me sound like some kind of criminal. It was open from the start. Yashiki is surely a forgetful boy. He often forgets to lock his own doors. If he knows that, then Banshee has definitely just let himself in a number of times before. What a shameless guy he is. At any rate, young lady, it wouldn't be right for a man and a young woman to be alone in a dark room. So let's continue this talk downstairs. Can't get the lights on in this room anyhow. So, this room is haunted. No. Don't go blaming every little thing on spirits. It would be pretty rude to them, don't you think? The lights here are simply worn out. The fixtures here are pretty old. You can't find any good replacements for this easily. That's a ridiculous, normal reason. I'm relieved, but it's a shame. It's the same time a little disappointed. Benchy and I go down. In the entrance hall, we find Tataka waiting. It's like he is about to burst into tears. Hold on. He must have been agonizing over whether to come help or call the police when he heard my scream earlier.
Finally.
Banshee turns the lights on for us. And then the hall becomes the same as I remember it. Now then, young lady and laddie. What business do you have here at Kocho Mansion? The truth is we want to advise on the rumors we heard. Have you heard about Kaerazu Amusement Park? Nope, this is the first time hearing about it. Though, just from the name alone, I can pretty much guess what the rumors is about. Though I will take Yashiki's place. I will hear you hide out. Mo? Is there really a point to talking to this guy? There is, definitely. I will hear that while intuition can sometimes be very accurate, or sometimes lead you to the path of doom. Totally different point. That's just saying that he is like an animal. Hello? This old transient does look kind... Hold on, what? This old transient does kind smell like a dog that hasn't been bathed. Tasaka? That's an awful thing to say. He may be right about him being animal-like, but I have to say a dog would be 100 times cuter. How long are you gonna make me wait? Talk to me, come on. All right. Then please listen to the rumors of Kaerazu Amusement Park. I know I'm butchering the name, go with it.
That's the name.
Yes. Hey, listen to what I have to say. Have you heard about H Amusement Park? The abandoned amusement park in H City. Over in H City, they are calling it Kaerazu Amusement Park. What do you call it? Well, because those that sneak in the amusement park never come back. There are cases classified as runaways, but that's wrong. All of it is the work of a great monster that lives in the amusement park, known as the Great Kaerazu. You're spirited away and then murdered. No one knows the true form of the Great Kaerazu. Those that see it all vanish. There is no doubt that there will be there. That there was a person that saw evidence. They snuck into the amusement park and hung around the Ferris wheel. And then there was a sound that came from above the Ferris wheel, a heavy sound like that of moving machinery. The person thought, is the Ferris wheel moving? That's odd. This place is ruined. There's no way the Ferris wheel can be moving. Then they heard the sound again. Curious, they took their flashlight and shined it upwards towards the sound. And what they see next? There was a girl corpse hanging by her neck. But it wasn't just hung. Their arms and legs were covered in hideous burns, almost as if they were melted by acid. And there was more. The girl's face. What happened? Their eyes, mouth, and nose, they were all sloppily switched around. There was no way a human would do that. Then what could? Could it have been the Great Kaerazu? This person told their friends about the corpse, and nobody believed them. But the next day, when they went to check on the Ferris wheel, the corpse was no longer there. So they began thinking that what they saw was just an illusion. They forgot it was that scared them, and they ventured into the amusement park. And that person vanished. They were never came back out. Those are the rumors about Kaerazu Amusement Park. I also heard those rumors when I told Mo she wanted to come here and get advice from Mr. Kaerazu Amusement Park and the Great Kaerazu. Pretty simple naming. But the bit about the Ferris wheel is very interesting. the mystery behind the rearranged face of the hanging columns is really a nice touch. Would have been pretty boring if it was just a human. Boring, he says. Even if it was just a human, that's a big deal. The old man is really weird. Hold on, Mo. He whispered to me. Let's just get out of here. Banshee's useless. Mister's the only one who is going to be of any help. No, just wait a second here. Oops. Guess he heard that. It has been many decades since I, Banshee, too, have come to H City. When it comes to H City, I can't say I know everything, but I know more than most. If you want to know about H Amusement Park, I indeed know about it. So, my young friends, I will be pretty much helpful to you then, Yashiki. After that, then she went into a long and detailed history of H Amusement Park. H Amusement Park closed down 5 years ago. They were making pretty decent money up until then, so why did it go under? It all started to go downhill when a visitor of the amusement park went missing. It was big news 5 years ago, but apparently the disappearance had been happening for a while. The police searched and turned up nothing, so they decided to keep the disappearance quiet. But the one 5 years ago was different. Word got out to TV, and the story was impossible to contain. Not a lot of people want to go to an amusement park where you might go missing and the police will never find you. And so, fewer and fewer customers came until they went under. And then they started the demolishing work on the place. But in the middle of it, the company they contracted to do the demolition apparently went bankrupt and all operations ceased. Which why some parts of the park are basically intact, like the roller coaster and the Ferris wheel. And as bored delinquents do when they have too much time on their hands, well, they trespass into the park at night. Think the one of the rumors who never came back were those kind of people. After listening to Banshee's story, we took a peek into the garage before leaving the mansion. Mr. Scarl was there. So did he take a walk or did he take the bus somewhere? Mister wasn't around to give us any advice on the rumors. I had a hard time digesting all that information. I understand how he feels. It's the same for me. Oh, right. Mo, why don't you go ahead and ask your co-workers? There's going to be someone working at your magazine that has some knowledge about these rumors. Well, actually, Everyone is really busy since the current deadline is coming up, so it will be hard to get some help. Huh, that's so. That's too bad. He shrugs his shoulders and lets out a sigh. Guess he is giving up on that thought. That's good. He didn't even question my odd answer. He's right. It's exactly as Tusaka says. If I talk to the editorial department, I get some info. But I don't want to speak to any of them. This is my scoop, and I don't want to get them involved. I am still just a part-timer, but I have the burning passion of a real journalist. I want to investigate these rumors and write my article on my own. If I can do all of that, then the editorial department will be forced to recognize my work. And who knows, my article about this scoop will get the featured spot. I want to pursue this incident myself. But there is no way I can do it all alone. The mark bearers. Mr. was the only one I really wanted help from. But that plan already suffered a setback. Of all the times for him to be out, why did it have to be now? I'm out of options, so I have no choice. Hey, Tsutsaka. I'm going to gather information right now. Information? What kind of information? About H Amusement Park, obviously. Oops odds, correspondent Mo Watanabe will be heading out to the scene of the incidents. Huh? Are you serious, Mo? Blue says on Twitch that this dialogue is reminding him of Phoenix Wright, and he has a point.
I never played that game.
It's a good game.
But
a good game.
I bought 2 of the collections that were released on Switch. Maybe we'll do that game sometime.
And so, I hopped on the bus. The destination, of course, is a bus stop near H Amusement Park. Soon after the bus leaves the city limits, it begins to climb a subtle slope. The number of the buildings in the surrounding area decrease. Numerous trees take their place. To build H Amusement Park, they carved the section out and built it on top of a small mountain called A Mountain. The name, just the name. It gets me every time. A Mountain. In other words, it's a place that's far from the city. It's not that hard to see why delinquents want to end up there. I arrived at the entrance of H Amusement Park. It really does look like a spot where delinquents hang out. Graffiti is pretty much everywhere I look, but I quickly search the area for an idea of my surroundings, and I see no modded cars, motorcycles, or bikes. Looks like it won't be running into any of them today. Oh, that's a relief. It's getting chilly. Shivering, I reflexively hug both of my shoulders. Each amusement park is in a bit of a mountainous area. Because of that, the blowing wind is extremely cold. But that's not the only reason that my body is shivering right now. Ask anyone, and they would tell the image of an amusement park is a bright, fun place. But the amusement park I'm looking at is nothing like that. This place feels more frightening than a haunted house. The contrast between normality and what I'm seeing makes this place creepier than your average abandoned building. And what correspondent Watanabe is thinking as she stands right in front Kaerazu's amusement park is? I still haven't eaten dinner. I should have gotten something tasty on the way back. And maybe also pick up some dessert. Eating a buffet at nighttime sounds really good. Okay. I feel like those thoughts of happy things really help to ease my fears. Sweet things are a girl's ally. Was a cute sneeze. That wasn't mine now. That sneeze came from...
なんです。
Tsukasa, who's next to me. Are you alright? Aren't you cold in those shorts? I'm fine. Aren't your legs colder, Mo? All you're wearing is a skirt after all. This is, well, I guess you can call it woman's willpower. More importantly, Tusaka, I've already told you many times you don't have to come with me. I can't help it. If I leave you alone, Mo, I have no idea what sorts of messes you make. Even though you're a high school student, you're absent-minded, very sloppy, and unreliable. A dangerous combination of flaws. That's so mean. Honestly, a bit of shocked. But, Tsukasa, it's really nice to know that you're really worried about me. Thank you for coming with me. It's all your fault, Mo. I'm here because you aren't a dependable person. What an adorable kid. Oh, right, Mo. If we are going to investigate the park, won't we need a light? Don't worry about that. I have a cat. So, no need to worry about that. I have brought the proper tool for this situation. I pull out the flashlight I swiped from Banshee out of my bag. Lights on!
Finally.
With this, the prep is complete. Let the investigation begin! This is important. So, you cannot return to the mansion. Since as good as everything of this chapter takes place in the amusement park. So you can say from any location with an asterisk. That's the asterisk. This is something that's ported over from that Mark II. So you can actually, at any point in time, talk to your partner by pressing the ZR button.
Okay. So let's save. Huh?
With the Y button. There is no signage, but it seems like a counter. I'm guessing this must be the information kiosk. It's a shame. It's closed up tight. But if we broke it, we would be committing property damage, all while trespassing. So let's be careful. Tsukasa gave me a warning. Exploring a rundown park with a kid from a lawyer family. It's a very undesirable situation. Yeah, that's a little fact that's glossed over in the first chapter. Tsukasa is the child of a lawyer. So you are committing crimes with the kid of a lawyer. There is a guide map of the entire amusement park. Let's see, go-karts, merry-go-round. Huh, this place didn't have many attractions, huh? Pretty small for an amusement park. Plus, it looks like they were almost done with the demolition work. Let's not get sidetracked and go straight ahead to the Ferris wheel. Above the gate is a board with a large frog on it. According to the amusement park pamphlet, this seems to be the park mascot, Kiropo. Because of the dirt and the paint peeling off it, it looks more creepy than it does cute. This looks like a ticket booth. I peek through the window and all I see is trash scattered around. Sure is dark, though it should be expected since this place has no electricity. It was all a good call to borrow that flashlight from Banshee. Graffiti written in spray paint. It's probably something left behind by the group of delinquents who used to mess around in this area. Is doing something like this fun? I question the character of anyone who engages in this sort of activity. Well, I guess it's possible that Tsukasa may rebel against his parents because of all the pressure and become a delinquent. No, can't imagine that at all. Front gate of H Amusement Park. And in front of it is an orange barricade, the kind you often see at construction sites. I figured the entry would be prohibited. Come on, let's turn back. So say the reluctant Tsukasa. But... No, wait. We can easily enter here. We came all this way here. There is no way we can just turn back without entering. Now, let's just ignore the barricade and enter the park. So we go over the barricade and press to the gate. We proceed down the walkway that stretches into the park. On that way, we spot the building that was the processing of being demolished. All of that glass has been shattered, probably the work of delinquents. We reach a intersection in the walkway. And standing right there was an old story gate. What's a story gate doing in an amusement park? This feels so misplaced. Tsukasa, do you know what this story gate is? No, I haven't heard anything about it. Mo, you really have come here once before, right? You don't have any idea what it is? I don't remember seeing this story gate. But I remember about this place of fun things like the Ferris wheel and the roller coaster. I didn't really have an interest in spirits back then. Also, I didn't hear anything about the Tory Gate in any of the rumors about Kaerazu's amusement park. I think there is no connection with the rumors. There is an out-of-place story gate here. This could be a spirit location. Hold on. On the other side of the Tory Gate, I can see the stars of the rumor, the Ferris wheel. We came here to investigate, so this destination must be a visit. According to the map in the pamphlet, we need to go right to take us to the Ferris wheel. Let's hurry on to our goal without getting distracted. Because of this weird Tory gate, it feels a bit creepy here. There's a signboard of a frog standing here. A forgotten mascot left behind in the ruins of its park. It's a pretty lonely visual. Come on, cats. Troy was scratching my leg all the time, so sorry. Anyhow, from beyond the plaza, many trees rustle and stir from the night breeze. According to the pamphlets, they built H Amusement Park by carving out a side of a mountain. That's why it's surrounded by a forest. But now that the park has been run down and abandoned, that just makes this place feel even more creepier. There's a signboard next to the Tory Gate. The Tory Gate of the Union and the Plaza of Relaxation. Two people who have walked through this Tory Gate are a couple cup. What the heck is this? I thought there would be something written about its history here. All I can see the Ferris wheel beyond the plaza. It's a large shadowy form looming out of the night's pitch black backdrop, and honestly, it sends a shiver down my spine. Last time I rode a Ferris wheel was actually the Big Ben in London.
Good for you. Did you enjoy it?
It went circle.
So? We had a ferry here in Bucharest, and I wanted to go there. And a few weeks ago, I found out that it was closed because they found out it's dangerous.
Oh,
So good for me.
that's yeah, something.
Okay, so I can go wherever I want, or should I listen to her?
Well, you the game is cock blocking you now. Yeah. So,
Okay.
this is the teacup ride area. Just beyond it, I can see the Ferris wheel. Our destination is only a bit further ahead. There is a description of the ride on the signboard. Or at least, I think that's what it is. It's so dirty and rusty, it's impossible to read it. I'm sorry, but no, Blue said something in chat. In Twitch. Clement, how was the Ferris wheel? Me. It's a wheel, all right. Okay.
It's going in circle.
Yeah, round and round. There is a Tory Gate and couples. Is there a connection to the teacups? Didn't it say something like, two people who have walked through the Tory Gate are a couple cup? I also saw on the back, I also thought that the back of the place where the Tory Gate was, I feel like this is the catchphrase. Is this where the teacups are operated? It's the only slightly bigger than a telephone booth. Definitely seems like it would be hard to fit us both inside. Something's fallen on the floor. It looks like a box. This is probably just junk. Don't waste your time with that. Just better to ignore it. If you say something like that, it's just gonna make me want not to ignore it. I will just take a little peek inside. I tell Tsukasa to wait, and I go inside alone. There is a machine which the buttons inside the cramped room. Of course, it's no longer working. And on the floor, there is an old toolbox on the floor. The handle and the lid are covered with some kind of a sticky liquid. This is so gross and filthy. I want to look inside, but still don't want to touch it. I can probably force myself to do it, but only if there's a really good reason to open it. It's a toppled over, abandoned trash can. I peek inside. So, for these, for the people who don't remember this, there are some do or die moments, and you basically have a countdown timer to make a decision. Based on that decision, you can get either a big penalty to the countdown timer, or get an instant game over. Now, these Warner talismans are spread always all over the chapter and give you more thinking time. And it's always the same thing, like when you take it up, it crumbles, and you get soul power. So this is the Ferris wheel from all the rumors. The one that the people never came back. Saw it here. The weird corpse hanging from the gondola. Timidly, I point my flashlight towards the gondola. Phew! There is nothing there. I let out a deep sigh of relief. Wait, I shouldn't be relieved. If there is nothing up here, then I'm in trouble. There would be no scoop of ice cream. Sorry, I couldn't. I should, at the very least, try and find some clues, either to prove or disprove the rumors. Okay, let's get a better look at the Ferris wheel. You okay with that, Tsukasa? There is no response. I don't see Tsukasa anywhere. No way. He was just here with me a moment ago. No, Tsukasa. Where did you go? Answer me! Oh, there he is. He stumbles out of a nearby bush. You don't need to shout. I could hear you now. Jeez, where did he run off to? Sorry. I was just, couldn't help myself. He's fidgeting. He couldn't help himself. With what? So, yeah. Yeah. So that's what happened. I mean, we as males, we understand this little guy. If you need to go, you need to go, and you just take a piss. In any case, I will just leave it alone. I know when to be tactful. Okay, let's focus, and let's get mentally prepared to check out this Ferris wheel. There's a signboard with the description of the Ferris wheel. According to the tanks, the diameter is 30 meters. Take that, Americans. And it's a maximum height of 34 meters. It's relatively on the small side. I believe I remember the biggest Ferris wheel in Japan is about 100 meters tall. Is that so? Tsukasa sure knows everything. This is the Ferris wheel's control room. Peeking inside the window, I see it's filled up with garbage. I guess the delinquents use it as their dump. There's a gondola on the ground level. We can't open the door though, and the handle is wrapped with wires. Rust covers the surface of the wires. Seems like they have been coiled around the handle for a while. Maybe since they were going to be doing demolition. The wires are tied untied. It doesn't seem like an easy way to undo them bare hand. With a tool to cut them, that would be a very different story. That toolbox from earlier, there may be something in there we can use. I wonder what this is. It looks like big bags of fertilizer. That's road salt. They also call it sideways salt. It's scattered on the road to keep icing from forming on top of it. The salt pod mainly consists of sodium chloride. It lowers the temperature, water's temperature freezing point. Oh, excuse me, you're already in high schooler, so you probably know all that. It's fine, it was super informative. It shows up on the tests. Then I will definitely pass. Phew, that was close. Good thing I didn't wonder aloud if it was fertilizer. And I don't think there is anything right here. There may be something useful in the toolbox. Maybe something that can cut the wires. I can't get the toolbox to open with the handle, but the clasp is another story. I have to touch it in order to get it unfastened. I place my hand on the clasp. And the slimy sensation on my fingers. It's disgusting. It's giving me goosebumps all over. I unfasten the clasp and open the lid. I reflexively turn away at the sight. Why are there so many slugs inside? I control my breathing and mentally prepare myself and slowly open my eyes. Inside the toolbox, the slugs are moving around quite vigorously. Now, how they haven't shriveled up and died? They were locked into a toolbox, right? Does that mean they were put in there recently? Why would somebody do that? Doesn't make any sense. There are a few things in this toolbox mixing with the slugs. It looks like packing tape and pliers. They seem useful. I really want them, but in order to get them, I have to put my fingers inside the slug box. This is for my scoop. I brace myself and thrust my thumb and index finger in the writhing mass of slugs. The slugs, they are touching my fingers. They are damp, they are cold, they are slimy and moist. Without thinking, I almost scream, but I force myself to choke the scream down my throat. I don't want to frighten Tsukasa. I swipe the packing tape and the pliers from the toolbox of the slugs. Task successfully completed. After repeatedly wiping down my hands and the tools clean, I go outside. Mo, your face is covered in sweat. What exactly happened in there? Just a little. I didn't want to voice my horrific experience, so I half-heartedly evaded the question. Don't forget you can save. Look at the staircase now. The gondola is at ground level. We can open the door though. I pull out the pliers I picked up earlier and clamp the wire down tight with the bladed base. Holding down the wire in position, I squeeze firmly. Nice, it cuts through. Though, it was just a bit tough with these pliers. Would have been an easier job with actual wire cutters. But beggars can be choosers, especially not with slugs. And all I can do is persist and do my best with what I've got. And there, I've cut through them all. I can finally enter the gondola. I open the door to the gondola. I first enter, and Tsukasa follows behind. It's pretty cramped with the two of us standing inside. Let's just take a look around and then get out.
ここは
It's a slip of paper the size of my palm is laying there. On it are illustrations of a cute frog lined up in rows. These look like stickers. And this is a frog. Kiroppo. That's right. I saw them on the signboard at the entrance. These Kiroppo stickers must be merchandise from the H Amusement Park. More? Just now, you scooped that up like it was the most obvious thing to do. Mister would do the same thing, no hesitation at all. Tsukasa let out a big sigh. The kind of sigh that you let out when you're fed up. My mom lets that kind of sigh out also very often. It's to commemorate this moment. We have came all the way to an amusement park, didn't we? What's wrong with getting some sort of souvenir? This amusement park is abandoned, though. Why would we want to commemorate coming to a place like this? Whatever, just do what you want. You can see the scenery here from outside.
Okay, that's all. I'm missing something.
Yeah.
Ah,
A metal tin can of candy drops is in the seat. Oh, this takes me back. Omna drops. I used to love them when I was a kid. I never liked the peppermint flavor though. I always left them alone. After I voice my candy's preference, Tsukasa pipes up. You sure have the taste buds of a child if you don't like peppermint more. But I have to say, peppermint sure is amazing. My mother grew some mint, so I know a few things about it myself. She used it to garnish and flavoring for cookies, of course, but also even as an insect repellent and herbal medicine. And there goes Tsukasa, just rattling off all his knowledge.
for cooking, not for cookies.
Yeah, you're cooking cookies. When I nonchalantly tune them out, I place a tin can of candy drops in my bag. Wait, you're taking them with you? No doubt they are past the expiration date. And didn't they teach you not to pick up food off the floor when you were in elementary school? I'm not taking them to eat it. I'm taking them for the tin. Just look at it. It's just so a cute design.
It's
They
collectible.
change it.
Look at the design of it.
Yes.
It's no use. I had to buy the game again, but okay. It's cute. It's collectible.
They changed the tin designs for this candy recently. Having it this styles from the past makes it rare. Collectible. So, what if it's rare if it's trash? I fail to understand the appeal. Fuck you. And do whatever you want. Good boy. But what are candy drops and stickers doing right out here? Did some kid sneak in here during the demolition and turn this into that play hideout or something? If so, then maybe the demolition worker noticed them and grabbed those wires around the handle so they couldn't get back in. Wouldn't be good if there was an accident after all. Huh? The gondola's door is closed. Hey, Tsukasa, why did you close the door? Tsukasa protests. I didn't do anything. It closed on its own. So the wind did it. Door is made out of metal and the wind isn't blowing that hard, so I can't imagine that's the cause. The gondola just didn't swing, did it? We are swaying. Does that mean no way? You're kidding me. The Ferris wheel is moving? Calm down and get a better look around. And if we do that, I believe we can grasp our situation. The gondola has moved quite a bit off the ground. It's dark, so I don't know for sure, but we are probably 10 meters up. Oh, what do we do now? Tsukasa pleads for me for guidance with a terrified cry. There doesn't seem to be a way to stop the Ferris wheel. But is there something we can do? I have no clue what it could be. No, that's not the time to sit down. The gondola is off the ground. Now, if we get the door to open, we are way too high up to jump out. This is wrong. This is very wrong. How can a machine that's been powered down move on its own?
Okay. Let's save.
Why?
Okay. Can we go back?
Yeah, even if the door would open, you would jump down 10 meters. I know what to do, but I'm gonna shut up.
Mm. I'm missing a. Yeah.
We could scream out the window, but nobody would hear us.
The crap.
I knew this. No way. There's a girl hanging from the air. It can't be. I don't want to look. But I can't tear my eyes away. That must be the corpse from the rumors. The corpse skin, it's melting, like it's being eaten away with acid. And its face, it has been melted. The nose and mouth are all in the wrong places. Why? Why is there a finger growing out of her face? There is no way. There is just no way unless this is a spirit just like the great Kaerazu. Mo, do you see that? There is a giant fly clinging to its face. It's eating the corpse. The flies. Are they coming into the gondola? Asa screams hysterically at the giant flies suddenly buzzing around us. But its shouting isn't making the situation any better. What are you going to do, Mo? At this rate, we will. At this rate, we will die. We can't let this happen. I don't want to die, I don't want to die, I don't want to die, I don't want to die. I definitely want to survive together with Tsukasa. And in order to do that... That's right, Tsukasa. Did you bring some insect repellent? Huh? Why do I have something randomly like that? Then, did you bring anything that bugs hate? Hell if I know. Don't ask me. Why don't you... No, wait a second. There's a certain smell that almost all bugs hate. That's a certain smell? The only thing I have on me right now that might give off a smell is the hot candy from the tin of candy drops. Then hot candy is like the scent gives off its naturally surprising, strong smell. A big bug is still a big bug. So, if we can force them to their hated smell, they might scurry away. Hey, how long are you just going to stand there? Hurry up and do something already! Right. Now it's not the time for idly thinking. I just need to act. I don't want to die here, and I don't want to be responsible for getting to Tsukasa kill leader. Time to do things the only way I know how. There are 3 flavors of candy left in the tin can of drops. Melon, salt, and peppermint. Salt is a candy flavor, what the fuck? Whichever one I lick, I hope I choose the right one. I made the same mistake as you.
It's
I take the salt-flavored candy from the tin can and I give it a few strong licks. The aroma of the candy fills the air. And when it does, the flies seem to be attracted by the scent, and they headed straight for us. That was a mistake. Should have chosen better. I feel Tsukasa said something about mint being a natural insect repellent. So the mistake you made was the same thinking mistake I did, is you can, when you have like those little bugs in your trash can, you can use salt to destroy them, and you can use salt on slugs, but not on flies.
okay.
It's the flavor that I hate most. Fuck you, I love mint. But I hate these bugs more. I take the peppermint flavored candy from the tin and give it several good licks. And the strong smell of peppermint fills the air around us. And when it does, the flies start flying erratically, if trying to evade the smell. They flee outside through the hole in the window. I made the correct choice. Yes, it works somehow. We chased them off. I see. Cement is really what bugs hate. They couldn't stand the smell of peppermint. Way to go, Mo, for remembering that. Feel free to look at me as a role model. Huh? But I am the one who taught you that. I am the one who told you that my mom grew mint as an insect repellent, remember? I guess you did say something about that. You're pretty unfazed by this. You're clearly acting like you normally would and trying to take all the credit. Huh? Look over there! Ah, my god! Damn it! What is with those things? Mo, we need more of that peppermint smell, quick! Sorry. I got so spooked that I accidentally swallowed the candy. You! Are you an idiot? Sparks will come back inside if we do nothing to drive them off. Oh no. Oh, no. This is the end for us. Oh, these times we are fly food will be. I can totally sympathize with him, but I also don't want to be fly food. We have to do something to drive them away somehow. Our foes are monster flies that seem to be linked to the spirit, so shooing them probably wouldn't work. I would love if I had some kind of a power object warding of a talisman that bugs are viciously afraid of, but I believe the flies would be scared that things of like I believe flies would be scared of things that they like to eat them, like snakes and frogs. If so, then Tsukasa, try sticking the Capro stickers around the hole in the window. What? What's with you all of a sudden? These frog stickers? How in the world is that going to help? Stop thinking and just do it. Together, Tsukasa and I try placing a bunch of stickers around the hole at the window. And after we do, the flies free from the hole, almost like they are trying to get away from the frog stickers.
Very scary frogs.
Yes.
We did it.
We did success. We must give thanks to Kipporo. Be kidding me. Why did these stickers work? Frogs are the natural enemies of flies. It's obviously a law of the god of this mountain laid down that even the spirits can violate. Oh, the game got you good there a moment ago. We were able to chase off the flies thanks to Caporo. And that's not all. Sometimes during the commotion, a hanging corpse disappeared. Whew. I notice that I'm no longer trembling. Fear has left my body. In place, there's a different feeling that now fills me. It's something called excitement. My heart is pounding so hard from the excitement of the situation that it surprises me. Amazing. A hanging corpse and giant flies. The rumors of Kaerazu's amusement park are cute and true. This is a major scoop, right? The Ferris wheel is still moving. As creepy as it is, that rustled Ferris wheel is just moving on its own. I pray that it keeps going. It would suck if it just stopped randomly. Imagine surviving all that just to get stuck up in the air. Soon after we reach the ground level, the door to the gondola thankfully unlocked. Tsukasa and I get out in a hurry. Finally back down on solid ground. Tsukasa's condition is, he has been silent for a while now. Are you okay? I mean, I know you're down and all, but,
なんだよ。
what? How in the world could I be okay? Don't you understand? I was disgusted thing! The fact that we still are breathing is a bloody miracle. One wrong move and we could have ended up like that corpse. I'm sorry that's scary. I'm sorry that had to be a scary experience like that for you because of me. Don't misunderstand the situation. In the gondola was definitely your fault that I lost my temper, Mo. But I made a decision to come here on my own, so I take responsibility for my consequences. Plus, you did try to stop me, Mo. What an earnest Tsukasa response. He speaks bluntly, but he is kind at heart. But honestly, it's not really what I'm mad about. I'm worried about you, Mo. And I'm still am now, maybe even more so. Despite all that terrifying near-death experience, you showed no signs whatsoever of learning anything at all. Are you capable of self-awareness at all? If you are, then please stop and reflect on your actions. Though, in your case, Mo, I feel like I'm wasting my breath. Anything I say will just go in one ear and out the other. Have I mentioned how rude Tsukasa can be? He seems to be acting like his normal self, though. Were he a normal elementary schooler, this experience would no doubt traumatize him for life. But he survived the Mark incidents. This experience will only toughen him up. Mo, let's hurry up and get out of this amusement park. Before we have any more awful experiences tonight.
Save. The cat.
In the normal game, this was just a jump scare. Now they are implemented into the story. What was that just now? A woman spirit? Did you see that too, Mo? Is that the spirit of one of the amusement park victims? This is bad. This is bad. We need to hurry out of here. Casa is crawling. We better get out of the park quickly.
Mm.
Hang on. Just now, over in the direction of the Torii Gate, I thought I just saw something move. Hey, Tsukasa? There is no reply. Looks like Tsukasa already gone ahead. I swallow hard. Is someone there? There is something under the Torii Gate. But it's too dark to make out what it is. It looks like a person standing still. But the outline of that figure is wrong somehow. My heart begins to beat uncontrollably. I recall a memory of the time in elementary school. The feeling of the air turning ice cold. The thing is probably much more dangerous than the flies. A spirit. Shadow? The Torii Gate vanished. Just now. That thing said, Watanabe. For those who don't know, that's her last name. I turn toward the exit and run. I have to hurry and rejoin Tsukasa. Took you long enough, Mo. Even after I gave you all those warnings, you still went up and took a detour. Mo? I took a small break on the way. I just got tired of running is all. Guess it's normal when you don't exercise. Jeez, if you don't do regular physical activity, you are going to end up overweight. They say that women have a harder time burning off their fat, you know. I sure keep that in mind. I will keep quiet about what happened earlier. Tsukasa already is anxious. I don't want to make it worse. Let's go back, Mo. Looks like the bus will be here soon. I'll be back in a moment. I welcome Tsukasa back into his house. As he says goodbye, he also tells me this. Well, don't go in H amusement park anymore. I want you to promise that to me. I don't answer him. I just wave goodbye. Then I return to my own home. Despite getting home so late, I somehow received no lecture. The fact that I have so many brothers is another... the fact that I have so many brothers is probably why our household is anything but overprotective. There are no expectations placed on me, so I don't have to stress about my bad grades. We are a carefree bunch, and that's the way how I like it. After a bed, I quickly scroll into bed. I have homework to do, but I don't care anymore. The exhaustion of tonight's event is too powerful. Close my eyelids. But I can't fall asleep right away. There is no way. My mind immediately starts thinking about H Amusement Park. The weird corpse at the Ferris wheel, the man-eating giant flies, the mysterious spirits. This is all already a super strange case. I should probably hand it over to an adult. But that's a sensible decision here. But if I do, my scoop about the Kaerazu's amusement park will no longer be mine. This thought is so frustrating. And besides, the mysterious spirit definitely called out my name. So I want to solve this mystery on my own. It's scary, but if I'm going to be a journalist, I need to have a determined mindset. I have to decide. Do I back out of this case and leave it to an adult? Or do I continue pursuing this case on my own? What should I do? I've made up my mind. I will pursue this case with my own power. I may regret this decision later, though. But I finally was able to fall asleep. Maybe the relief of some resolution put my mind at ease. I definitely won't be having any good dreams tonight. But I don't think I will be seeing any more nightmares either. Yes, the other option was a game over.
It's a good
Do-
place to
Take a break.
take a break, or
Well, let me double check. Yeah, if you want, it's a good place to take a break. Even I think this is near the halfway point, even if I remember correctly.
okay, that means we'll finish it in around 3 hours, no? In next stream.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to do this tomorrow?
Hold on. Hold on. I'm double checking something here. We have about, if we play through it without stopping, we have about 4.5 hours left.
Okay, we'll see if we cannot finish it in one stream.
With an asterisk, as in if I won't read everything, which slows down the time quite a bit.
Okay. I'm a bit tired, so there's no use to keep on.
I noticed.
So
let's end it for today and continue tomorrow.
Yeah. So tomorrow at the same time, we'll continue on Twitch and YouTube this DLC.
Is it enjoyable?
I like it more than the original, to be honest. It's more interesting for me, at least. It's
you notice that everything they learned from the sequels, they put into this.
I didn't,
game.
because I didn't play the sequels.
Well, if you play the sequels, you will notice that everything they learned, they put in here. It's like you notice that there is more going on, and it's less bodged down with filler.
Yeah.
It flows.
It flows better.
More.
Yeah. Okay. So you see behind me some of the games that I bought recently.
Far Cry and Far Cry.
Yeah. Far Cry and Far Cry. Because I'm trying to get more versions of these games. This one has a Romanian cover. That's the reason I want it. And
it's the double one.
Yeah, it has Far Cry 1 and 2.
I think I have that exact copy too.
But not in Romania.
In English, yeah.
Yeah. And this one I bought because it's the version with the manual and with a clean cover.
Nice.
Yeah, well, it's one of the games that impressed me a lot when it was released 20 so years ago. So many years ago.
20 years ago, then I was 12. Holy shit.
Yeah, I remember browsing to the magazines and looking at pictures from Far Cry, and I was so impressed with this game back then. It was something else.
Nice.
For that time. Yeah, it's pretty impressive even nowadays, and it has a remastered version which looks really good. It's made by the community and not an official remaster.
Nice.
I think it's on our list anyway, Far Cry also.
Yeah, it's one of those million games.
Yes,
on our list.
it's pretty hard. This is what I remember. I struggled a bit with it back in the day to finish it, but I never replayed it, so it will be nice to. I played a bit when I tested the DVDs. This collection has something else that's very nice. It has the latest versions on disc, so It's something that if you are a collector, it's important. You
Yes,
don't need
it is.
any patches, original patches. You need only some fixes for modern systems, basically.
Yeah. And that's important, that you don't need to hunt down everything. Like, I remember when I was much younger, I used to play Roller Coaster Tycoon, the first one, religiously.
Christy
And
also, it's a big fan. Christy.
and if you play the original, there is a bug where some copies don't allow you to load save files. So I didn't know patches existed, so I was googling Roller Coaster Tycoon save bug, and I was not making heads or tails of it. So what I was doing is I would finish the scenario, and I said to my mom, like leave the computer on. I need to finish a Roller Coaster Tycoon scenario. And then one day, I was looking around at custom stuff, and I was like, installed the patch, and I was like, excuse me. So to look for the patch that was only included on a defunct website, then I had to look for 3 weeks to find a patch, and I installed it, and half of my game was in English, and all the rest was in Dutch.
It was an English patch, and you had a Dutch version, no?
Yeah.
That
was fun.
It's strangely that apply. I mean, that it didn't check the version of the executable.
Oh well.
Yeah. But anyway, I remember that another game made by the same guy is Transport Tycoon. I really let my computer run through the night because it was really slow. I had a 486 back then, and played that. You couldn't speed up the game, and you wanted to evolve to grow your cities through transportation and all that stuff. And many times I let the computer run through the night, and in the morning I had.
I did something similar with SimCity.
Yeah, it's that kind. Is the same kind of game that has the same fix. So yeah, I think nowadays you can speed up the games or something like that. I don't know how it is Open Tycoon, but I think you have this option. Open Tycoon is basically a community.
OpenRTC is the same idea.
Yeah, and OpenRTC, it's the same. It's a community version, modern version for modern systems of these games.
The only game where I leave my computer on overnight is when I play Minecraft with friends at certain farms. But
I don't know anything about Minecraft.
it has been 3 years since I played it any religiously. So yeah.
Okay. We are continuing like this. So we try to finish the games one stream after another. So we'll continue also with that part tomorrow. And I want to tell you something. I will privately replay the Project Zero 2.
Yeah.
And when I will get there to the final save sometime in the future, we'll finish the game, even if we rage quit last time.
Yeah, and that was mostly because I said it multiple times in those streams. Is at one point difficulty was in the past like you needed to know the whole game, and they hide behind like resource management, and it's survival horror, and it's scary because you don't know if you're gonna survive the next fight. But then the developers make a fucking mistake, as in they don't give players who screwed themselves over a chance to rebound. And then they have a fix with the Type 7 film, but that's so unhandy and clunky that it's not fun anymore to play.
But it's not really a fix. And another problem with that game is the number of saves that you have, save slots. You have only 5 slots, so it's getting pretty difficult to keep a well-balanced saves. I mean, from the beginning, from chapter 2, 3, or something like that, to be able to go back and retry some of the chapters that you didn't do too well.
And when I say a fix, is on paper, it sounds like a fix. But in practicality,
yeah. And regarding the saves, I'm playing a lot of Resident Evil these days, and replaying all the games. And I found out I really like to see the differences between all versions. For now, for example, I'm replaying the Resident Evil HD, the remake, and I'm playing it on GameCube and on computer to see the graphic differences. And I mean, in this case, it's only that they didn't change anything in the game mechanics. But for example, the first Resident Evil on Saturn offered you in total, I think, something like 20 save slots versus 5 on PlayStation. And that was a
that's quite a
big big thing. It was really helpful. Yeah, very good version, the Saturn version of Resident Evil 1. I was surprised by it.
And I know you can make arguments for the scariness and everything like that, but you need to balance your mechanics, and that's what Fatal Frame 2 didn't do quite right.
At least this version. I don't know about the original. I mean the Wii version.
PlayStation has also 5 saves.
Okay. But not only the saves, also the lack of resources and all that. Anyway, so this is it for tonight. I really enjoyed this DLC. Maybe we'll finish it tomorrow, and at the same time we'll be live on Twitch and YouTube. So until tomorrow, good night, have fun, and see you. Bye bye.
Bye. My arms